Hello, hi. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys, if you're new here, hi, I'm FEARSONA. You can call me Sona, and I'm your friendly neighborhood true crime VTuber here to give you full body chills on a weekly basis. Currently on a weekly basis because I do have only 2 streams, one Patreon, one YouTube stream a week for health reasons. But yeah, we usually meet on Sunday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, and we do a little true crime review of the week. And boy, let me tell you, this past week, it's been a dumpster fire. The world is on fire. The Louvre is being robbed, but they actually did catch the robbers. Finally, I did talk about it yesterday in my Patreon stream, that it was like an ingenious plan. They escaped with a bunch of, like, the robbers escaped with a bunch of, like, royal jewels, crown jewels from the Louvre, which is insane. And they did all of this. They like stole 8 pieces of like priceless. Oh my god. Dude, I'm broken. Hi Sona, how are you? Hi Joshua, thank you so much for the super. So they escaped with like 8 pieces of like priceless like jewelry or crown jewel. Yeah, I cannot speak as usual. But they escaped with pretty important stuff, pretty expensive stuff within 8 minutes. Like, can you imagine? They just broke into the Louvre, like one of the most important, the most famous museums in the world, and they escaped within 8 minutes. It is crazy. Yeah, this is my reaction to the robbery of the Louvre. I just fell to the ground and I am broken. And Jose said, "It wasn't me, officer. I swear, it was the one armed man." Sure. Absolute cinema, you guys. Absolute cinema. But yeah, they finally were apprehended. Well, the museum was open, mind you, because they broke into the museum at 9:30 a.m. Like the museum opens at 9. They broke into the museum at 9:30 a.m. and they got out at 9:38 with like a bunch of jewelry. It's insane. It's pretty crazy. One of the crowns, by the way, because they stole like the Empress, whatever, the Empress crown. It was found in the dumpster, like behind the museum. I don't know, like it was found broken. Like hopefully it can be fixed, but it was found like absolutely broken and in the dumpster. So I don't know what their thinking was. I have no idea what's going on. And right after this whole debacle, there was a tornado in France. I think Mother Nature was not happy that Mother Nature was just like, "Give back my jewels, bitch." I'm mad. Okay. Quick question. So I covered the Roofman. No, I have not. I asked because I saw the movie. I have not covered the Roofman. I don't know what the Roofman is. Is that like a true crime case, or is it? Or is it like the what was it that what was that play, the Fiddler on the Roof? That's not up my alley. Like if it's like Fiddler on the Roof, then probably not for me, but sure, if it's a true crime case. And also I do have other news. I am fangirling a little bit because you guys, do you remember like last week, or was it last week? It was last week. Do you remember last week when I covered the case, like me and my Patreon members, we covered the case of Chris Di Cesare and the haunting of Erie Hall in Geneseo State College? Well, he retweeted it, Chris himself, and Chris also followed me and I followed him. I didn't realize that he had a Twitter account, but yeah, I am a little bit starstruck. So yeah, Chris followed me and I appreciate it. Chris, by the way, like if you're watching, if you're here, hi, thank you so much. Your story was absolutely spooky and I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're doing well now. And like it was a pretty scary experience. So yeah. That's, Chris followed me, and I was, I was pretty surprised. But yeah, the story was right. Like, the story is spooky. Yeah, there are obviously like some questions about consistency of the story, like versions of the story. Yeah, like Chris's post hunting like activities later, like that, that he kind of involved himself more in the hunting side of things, paranormal side of things, not as much. Like, I think he said that he is a high school teacher right now. Like, he's he's doing well for himself, and he's, his life is pretty peaceful. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. I mean, it would be great if one day I could sit down with him and like interview him. I wonder if I can. I mean, I don't know. Like, would that be okay? Do you guys think that would be okay if I like messaged him, reached out, and maybe we could do like an actual interview? Oh, damn! It's like so close to Halloween. I was hoping that maybe I could do it on Halloween, but I don't think that's possible. It's a little short. Little bit of a short notice though, so probably not. I don't want to bother him. Also, Dorothy, thank you so much for the super. Jeffrey Manchester, the roofman. Oh shit, okay, so that was a case. He broke into like 48 McDonald's. Oh my god. My idol. What? He broke into like 48 McDonald's through the roof, escaped prison, and hid in what? Toys R Us for 6 months. Holy shit. Okay, that's pretty amazing. Okay, I'll just write it down, because like I'm gonna forget about this if I don't write it down. Wait. Okay, so I have to add like 3 plushies and then the roofman. Someone needs to make this into a musical. The roofman. I think it calls for a musical. What? That's pretty insane. Okay, that's pretty insane. Dorothy, I'm impressed. I wrote it down. I'm gonna look into it. We should definitely cover this at one point, because wow. Okay. By the way, plushies are here. Obviously, we're here. We have plushies with us, like the audience, my audience. So I guess like you guys chat. I'm gonna be adding like 3 at the end of the stream. Well, I mean, all of the plushies from super chats and like memberships. So if you guys happen, like some of you guys happen to donate, then just so you know, like I'm gonna be adding each one of your donations here to represent. This is like monthly. Pretty much like monthly collection. So at the end of the month, I reset it. So there's 0 plushies, and then I add it again, every month, like just to show you guys, like, thank you so much for so many donos. I really appreciate it, and this is reflective of that. So this is these are, oh God, I can't speak. These are this month's donos. So, ta-da. All right. That looks ominous. Wait, why does it look ominous? My plushies are not ominous. It's just it's a garden. I don't know, like it's nice. I thought it was like a nice cozy garden, not like an ominous secret, I don't know, retreat or something. Secret cabin in the woods. It's the red. Possibly it's the red. Okay. Going forward to today's case. Well, as the thumbnail said and the title said, this is a case that happened recently, and it involves a 17-year-old live streamer and gamer. Let me just get myself together and lift myself up from the floor. Wait, let me add this. Okay. And Danny, thank you so much for the super. Don't mind me, but I would like to suggest the bullying case of Zara Kairina. Oh, I haven't. Okay, Zara Kairina. A case that went viral in Malaysia, my country. Have I heard about this? I wonder, because like the name sounds familiar, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll look into it. Yeah, like I wrote it down. Thank you so much, Danny. Okay, so going back to today's case, there's this 17-year-old live streamer who went live on his channel. His channel is not up anymore, but I did find his live stream. We're gonna watch a video about it from Law and Crime. But he went live and he started talking about a recent incident in his town in which two teenage girls lost their lives. And all of this happened in September this year. So it happened just last month. So late September evening, two 17-year-old friends, one a singer and theater kid, the other one studying to be a cosmetologist, they were riding together on e-bikes, right? Like on an e-bike. And then out of nowhere, a black SUV appears, like right by them. The bike and the girls are hit, and the driver flees the scene. Within hours, and then again the next day, somewhere else in this town, a 17-year-old with a public online presence with a YouTube channel posts live stream, like he goes live before and after, that reporters say showed an obsession with one of the victims and this like simmering vengeful rage. Like it was very clear that this kid had like beef with one of the girls, and the suspect was later charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder because it turns out that the SUV was his. So names first. The girls that you see in the picture here are Maria Nayotis and Isabella Salas. Both are 17, and on Monday, September 29th, 2025, they were riding an e-bike together on Burnside Avenue near the Garwood-Cranford border when they were struck by a black 2021 Jeep Compass. According to police and local reporting, both teens were transported to hospital and later both of them were pronounced dead. The town was this small town, kind of a classic true crime scene, small town, tight-knit community, and everyone was absolutely shocked. So the friends of the girls described Maria as ambitious. She wanted to be a cosmetologist, and Isabella was a singer and a theater kid who lit up every room. And their funerals were public and heavy. Neighbors, classmates, teachers poured onto the streets to remember them. But as this is happening, investigators are kind of looking into this one kid, the owner of the Jeep, another 17-year-old, and he was soon identified as, wait, let me scroll down. Yeah. So he was soon identified as this guy, Vincent P. Battiloro. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, but Battiloro. No, Battiloro. I mix up R with L. I'm sorry. But Vincent, so within days, prosecutors filed 2 counts of first-degree murder. And listen, it turns out that this kid was driving that Jeep in a zone, in a 25 miles per hour zone, and he was driving that Jeep on that day, he was driving at 70 miles per hour. Just imagine the difference. And investigators immediately, because it was still pretty vague up until this point. Detectives were just like, okay, listen, it might be just hit and run, it might have been an accident, we have to look into the driver, we have to look into if he was under the influence, maybe it was really a genuine accident and the kid just got freaked out and fled. No. So the moment they saw the speed, they realized what the speed was, they were just like, that doesn't look like an accident. It looks like a very intentional collision. He was driving like that on purpose, and he was driving very intentionally into the girls, So prosecution's claim was that this was deliberate rather than accidental. So here is where the story gets darker, because it turns darker. I don't know how, but at one point it turned pretty, like, there was a plot twist. So according to multiple reports, Vincent had this fixation on Maria, so one of the girls. I think this is Maria. I believe that this is Maria and this is Isabella. But he had fixation with Maria for months before the crash. And neighbors said that he had been seen near her home, you know, kind of stalking, kind of like just stalking the house and stalking her family. Friends and family say that there was harassment, prank deliveries to her house. You know, there was like constant lurking outside. And some reporting also notes that he had been suspended at school amid these allegations that had been labeled online and in school discipline records, you know, like allegations that he publicly denied in his live streams, that he's not a stalker, you know, he doesn't have a beef with Maria or whatnot, but his actions told a different story. So then those tensions created a rift. You know, Maria and her family felt threatened because he was constantly like hanging out around their house for no fucking reason. And Vincent, according to his online posts, felt bullied and wronged. And well, other things that we're gonna see in his live stream, we're gonna see in his videos in a second. But this came to a boiling point apparently, and well, two girls lost their lives. And you gotta understand that he, in his live streams, at one point he laughs like a maniac. Like, it's not genuine. It's just, he talks about, like, he goes on live stream like after the murder and he talks about it, like he kind of mentions it. I can't say much, I'm gonna tell you guys more later, you know, like I'm gonna explain things later. And then he kind of talks like he's reading a script. He's just like, oh, 2 lives were lost, you know, and I'm very sorry about it, or, you know, this shouldn't have happened, something like that. Like, we're gonna watch the video, but it is pretty freaking crazy and it's pretty bone chilling. Okay. Wait, Tsunohanashi says, I'm guessing she did not reciprocate to his feelings, which could have further triggered him into stalking her and getting angry at her for not returning his feelings. Yeah, like, I'm not sure if it was like, it probably started from, you know, a crush. I don't know, like, oh, you know, he had a crush on her and maybe she didn't reciprocate, or like, it was very unclear. Even in the videos, like, it's kind of not clear what was his point, like what was his intention with her, you know, like if he had a crush on her or if this was just like beef and some like weird bullying and just weird obsession with Maria. But we're gonna watch a video from Law and Crime, so their report on the case, and see where that goes. So let's take a look. Let me know if you guys can hear the video. Like, I'm gonna try to, I think it should be okay. Okay, let's go.
In a neighboring town, unfortunately, 2 girls were killed in a hit-and-run crash.
The man you see here, speaking on a YouTube live stream about 2 girls killed in a hit-and-run, is reportedly the 17-year-old who is now charged with their murders.
I wish my sincerest condolences to those 2 girls lost in that tragic accident.
Family members.
You know what I mean? Like, immediately, I'm listening to I was listening to the videos. Like, we're gonna listen to some more of the videos. I'll be pausing quite a lot, but right, like, you know what I mean? When he talks, it's kind of like, I don't know. I mean, he probably wrote it down. Like, he probably did. Like, I write down my notes, and I also read sometimes from my notes when I'm talking about cases, especially when I'm discussing like details and stuff. But at the same time, it's just like his, I don't know, like his facial expression, his tone is just like, yeah, like, oh, my sincerest condolences, my sincerest apologies. And it's just like, yeah, I don't believe you. his mouth moment is weird. It's so weird. Like his face is just so weird. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like it's just because I know now, you know, maybe because we know what happened, maybe because we know who he is and what he's done. Yeah, like probably we have some bias, right? Like I have some bias. I was going into this, watching this video, knowing what he's done. So I'm like, oh, okay, you know, like now he looks like a psycho to me. But let's take a look. If he was trying to he's a terrible liar. Well, I mean, you know, it's kind of I don't know, maybe, I mean, it is kind of like you know, we are influenced by the fact that we already know what he's done and who he is. And Tsunohana says, if he was trying to force her into having a relationship with him against her will, she was right to reject him. He should not have done that to her and should not have kept trying to force it. It kind of reminds me of that other situation, right? Like the other case that I covered. It was the kid from LA who also like drove around and just because he couldn't get a date, right? Like it was just a while ago. What was the... Fuck, I always forget his name, but I covered his case, right? And he also like he shut up the whole town because girls wouldn't date him, and he was like this incel kind of murder, right? Like murder. That was horrifying. Like you guys, if you are interested in that case, that was insane. So many people, like several people, bleh, I can't speak. Several people lost their lives. Like incel murder. What was it, like the Isla Vista? Yeah, okay, yeah. Elliot Roger, oh my god, yeah, this guy, goodness gracious, this was... So yeah, if you're interested, because that was also interesting, but it was like horrifying. I recommend this case, as in like, oh, you can take a look at this case. That was the guy, and he was, you know, dubbed incel killer because he committed a lot of murders. Well, I mean, or he shot up the whole community pretty much. Like he drove around in Isla Vista in California, and he, you know, he killed people, and it was just, and for the reason was that girls wouldn't date him. It was pretty freaking insane. Okay, let's take a look at the video. Back to the video. Yeah, teen referenced Elliot and stabbed his senior 80 times to death just recently, and holy shit. See, this is... I think I was talking about it in the case too, like in Elliot Rogers' case, because his case inspired other crimes. Like his crime just gave inspiration to other psychos to go out and on a murder spree. It's insane. Absolutely insane. You guys stay safe out there, because you never know, like there are crazies out there. Okay, let's take a look.
Of the victims say the person who killed the girls allegedly stalked one of them for months, plotting to kill her. NJ.com was the first to report
Jesus
Vincent
Christ.
Battloro as the suspect.
Battloro. I kept pronouncing Battloro. Okay.
Through traffic tickets. What else he reportedly said on live streams about the alleged murders that appears to be about one of the victims. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart.
Okay, so we're gonna... Stewart.
This story is about a 17-year-old who, after allegedly killing 2 girls with his SUV, went home, played video games,
and mind you, he's not playing video, like I'm just pausing because I watched the live stream and he wasn't playing alone. Like he is in that live stream where he talks about the case, where he talks about like, oh, there was recent accident, 2 girls lost their lives, and my sincere condolences. You know, I'm gonna talk about this on a different day. I'm gonna give you guys more details or whatnot, like when I can. He's not alone in that live stream. Like he is on a call with a friend, and they are playing. I think they're playing COD or something. They're playing COD, you know, like Call of Duty. But Jesus Christ. And the friend sometimes speaks in the live stream. I'm like, oh, well, wouldn't you know it? I'm like, maybe you should pick your friends better. But yeah, I remember a Reddit post how a girl was asked out multiple times by a guy and she kept saying no. And later on, he threatened her with saying he had a weapon in his locker, and she told the teacher. Goodness, if you guys, oh my God, guys, if you ever experience something like that, like very alarming behavior from someone who's threatening you, absolutely inform police, absolutely inform adults, absolutely inform, you know, like your relatives, family, police, authorities, you know, teachers, whoever, immediately, and like stay away from the person and just inform them and be like, hey, I feel scared for my life. Because there were so many cases, I've covered so many cases like this one, like Elliot Rogers one on my channel. Another one was Bianca Devins, I think. She, so this was like another case. Let me just look it up. Bianca Devin. Yeah. Devins. Yeah, so this was another case like this. This is a very similar case. Basically, this girl, Bianca, she befriended a guy. They were supposedly just friends. Like, supposedly she did make it clear to him that, hey, I am not interested in a romantic relationship with you. And the guy was just like, no, that's okay. But he actually did have feelings for her, and he wasn't happy that she rejected him. And so eventually he plotted her murder. And I believe he took pictures of her, like he slit her throat, took pictures of her body and posted it to Facebook, posted it to like online. It was horrifying. Like this is another case, and it was pretty, holy shit, bad. So yeah, you guys be very, very careful out there. Yeah, that was like so messed up because he kept posting her the pictures of her dead body, and I unfortunately saw those pictures because I was researching the case, and I don't think I will ever forget that. Like there are two cases which I will never forget because I saw pictures of the bodies, like accidentally, because I was just researching the case. I did not expect graphic pictures to be actually uploaded and left online. Unfortunately, I did come across those pictures. So one picture was hers, Bianca's. This is one. And the other case that I will never absolutely forget, and it stays in my mind, I can recall the picture immediately in my head, is Jun Lin. And that's the case. He was murdered by this guy, Luca Magnotta. And it was featured in a Netflix documentary that was titled Don't Fuck with Cats. I highly recommend the documentary, but you guys, it is graphic. It is very disturbing. So watch at your own risk. But I will never forget that picture because Jun Lin was decapitated. He was decapitated. He was stabbed with an ice pick, and then he was decapitated. And I am broken on the floor. Josh, thank you so much for the super hugs for Sona. Yeah, and that was, yeah, like that was absolutely unnerving. Yeah, right. Like the documentary is pretty famous. Wait, let me just see something because I forgot. 2, 3. Okay. I think it's like 6. Okay. Yeah. Nice. But yeah, that, I usually there's no, I don't come across that many pictures. Like usually I try to be careful and like I don't go to like sketchy websites. But sometimes if I'm digging through the internet for information, like unfortunately I do come across some stuff, and yeah, what am I talking about? Like it's so often like whenever I have a true crime case, like because I dig so much, like it's, yeah, like sometimes it's just, yeah, I come across some stuff, and it's insane to me that these things are just left online. And well, I mean, it just goes to show, you know, it goes to show that whatever is posted on the internet stays on the internet forever. So just bear that in mind, you guys. Be very careful what you post on the internet. Be very careful what pictures of yourself you post on the internet, because whatever is posted, whatever gets on the internet stays on the internet forever. So yeah, just because these pictures technically, you know, all of them should be censored, all of them should be removed, because it's a case picture, right? It's pretty graphic picture from a criminal case, and it shouldn't be online for people to find so easily. And I have to say, like, I found some pictures pretty easily, so it's not great. They're just there. Yeah, they are just there, and it is insane to me. Okay, but yeah, be very, very cautious when posting pictures online. Like, just think twice and 3 times if you really want that picture to be out there, you know? Like, if it's a normal picture, that's fine, but like, you know, because unfortunately there's been cases of like revenge porn, or, you know, some bullying and some pretty bad stuff, because people would send pictures of themselves to someone, and that someone published it online. Always think about it twice and 3 times, and teach your kids to think about that too. To never do that. Never. Ever, ever. Kyo, hi. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, let's get back to the video.
Streamed it live on YouTube talking about the case.
Yeah.
And there's more to the story that you're not getting.
Oh yeah, that's the part.
But when the time comes,
there's more to the story that you're not getting. And he goes to kind of like defend himself with a mental health card. Like, he kind of pulls that out. I'm just like, no, you're just a psycho.
I will explain it in greater detail.
That is reportedly 17-year-old Vincent Battaloro, and this is a video that is on his YouTube account. His username is VinnyBat118.
That account is not active anymore. I mean, for obvious reasons, but someone did upload. You know, obviously we have clips.
Goes on this account.
Swordsman, hello, hi.
Himself and a friend playing a baseball video game. NJ.com was the first to report his name, confirming it through traffic tickets, they say.
I'm not going to give you any more information, but I will say this, okay? Making threats against my family will not be tolerated.
That's nice. That's nice, but at the same time, you threatened Maria's family. You stalked her. You stalked her friends and family. Like, how is that? Oh, now if it's done to you, it's not okay. But if it's done by you to someone else, that's fine. So it's very classic rules for thee, but not for me. Also, Hog, thank you so much for being a member for 13 months. Holy shit. I will be adding a plushie to the collection for you. But yeah, and mind you, this is gonna be mentioned later, but this kid is a nephew or cousin or nephew twice removed or something of the town's chief of police. Like, okay, the chief did distance himself from this kid. He was just like, no, he's not my son. He's not, you know, like, I don't condone, my family doesn't condone this. But yeah, he is family with the chief of police, pretty much. Hopefully that doesn't affect the case. Like, he's not gonna get like any, you know, props or any, I don't know, like just benefits because of that. But yeah, you never know. This is why I'm careful when I go online. Yeah, absolutely. Always be careful on the internet. Like, always. And again, think twice, 3 times, 5 times before posting nudes or sending nudes to someone. And I mean, like, I'm sorry for going back to that, but it's just, there's been so many like documentaries, cases about like revenge porn. And oftentimes it's people who send their pictures to someone they thought was their friend or crush or something, and they would email them or they would DM them. Never do that. Oh my God. First of all, like, I mean, you can take those pictures for yourself. I don't know, maybe, whatever, like it's on your private phone, but I would advise against it as well, because like your phone can be hacked, unfortunately, especially if you have an iPhone and this goes to like cloud, that can be hacked. So it doesn't matter if you didn't share it with anyone, it can be hacked, and those pictures are gonna be out there. So yeah, always consider what is the worst possible outcome for the info you're giving someone. Absolutely, this 100%. So yeah, just be careful out there. Like, this is, yeah, it sure can. Yeah, it sure can. Your phone can be hacked, your accounts can be hacked, everything can be taken, like all your pictures and everything. So just think about it like this. Like, maybe I was watching, because I'm watching this TV show, The Rookie, and it's about LA cops, right? Like, it's about LAPD. And someone actually did, like, one of the episodes, one of the detectives did make a good point. Think about it this way, like, oh, imagine if your phone, your private phone, has to be submitted as evidence to, like, you know, like the LAPD or FBI or something. They're gonna go through all the pictures. They're gonna get access to all of your pictures. Think about the worst picture that you have on your phone. The worst possible, the most embarrassing, worst possible picture. And that is gonna be seen with everything else. So, you know, just imagine. Not that every person's phone is going to be submitted as evidence, but, you know, it's a good scenario to imagine. Because, like, think about the worst picture that you have, the worst thing that you have on your phone, in your search history, whatever, and don't do that. The Rookie? Yeah, man, I haven't watched that show yet. I love Nathan Fillion. Yeah, it's pretty good. I have to say, like, the first few seasons are good. Now, like, I'm on season 5. It's kind of like getting, yeah, I don't know. Like, sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. Like, some episodes are very much filler. So, yeah, so I'm kind of like me. The first few seasons were pretty good. Is there a worst picture on your phone? What is the worst picture on my phone? Okay, I know. Never mind. I know. That's why I have like 2-step, 3-step verification for everything. And no, okay, it's not that bad. I don't take nudes. Don't worry. I don't take nudes. But no nudes on my phone. But I don't know. Do I have anything like weird? I don't know. I guess like the worst picture that I think could leak is like, you know, because I don't show my face. So I guess like I don't like taking pictures of myself, but I do have a couple of pictures. Like someone took a picture of me, like my friend would take a picture of us like together. So I guess like that, maybe. Not on your phone, noted. Not on my phone, no. Okay, let's get back.
Stream this video after what happened on Tuesday night to the two girls you see here, Maria Neotis and Isabella Salas. Both were 17 years old. They were best friends. They were riding home together on e-bikes in their community of Cranford in northern New Jersey. It was Tuesday night around 5:30. WPIX took this image from their helicopter of the crime scene. The girls were on Burnside Avenue. It's a typical suburban street outside New York City. And as the girls were riding down the street, they were hit by a black Jeep Compass, police say, and the driver allegedly took off. Here's a picture that the Union County Prosecutor's Office put out.
Yeah, like, okay, they put it out, but honestly, it's a very generic Jeep that, like, you can see anywhere. It's like, oh, great. Very not popular car that not that many, that only thousands, millions of people have. So that narrows it down.
In the wake of the crash as they searched for the driver. Soon after word of what happened.
I mean, they did find him, so that's good. You know, like the license plate probably, but.
These young girls came out. Neighbors went public with what they say was allegedly happening. That this was no accident. That it was not even a random hit and run. They claim
it was targeted.
This allegedly was a targeted attack by a boy who was allegedly stalking Maria Neotis. They say person is now charged with her murder as well as Isabella's. And that person is who NJ.com is reporting to be Badaloro, and the same.
I mean, this was targeted. It was targeted. Like, it absolutely was targeted. Like, after everything that we know and all the live streams, ironically, he did kind of well, he didn't make himself look great in those live streams, you know? Like, he did make a mistake of talking about the case at all.
Team that reportedly goes by VinnyBat118 on social media. Now listen to what he said on a stream on Wednesday, September 24th. This is before the girls were killed.
So, yeah, like, so September 29th is when the girls were killed. They were killed like around 5:30 p.m., like in the afternoon. So this is September 24th, so 5 days before the murder. That's the live stream.
He says that he has a, quote, vengeance against someone named Maria.
So we're going to try to do this. I don't know if it'll work. The place closes at 12. But here's what we're going to do. I think Maria's hungry. I think we're going to send her a pizza. Cheer her up. So, y'all know I have a vengeance against this girl for accusing me of sending.
Ah, okay. So I forgot about this part. Like, apparently there was some beef between them because she accused him of, I guess, I don't know if SA or SH. But yeah, he's got beef because she accused him of something. And
I'm going to call a pizza to her house. And here's how I'm going to do it. So I told you all that I bought the brand new iPhone 17 Pro Max the other day.
oh, Jesus
And I'm going to
Christ.
be using this as my main phone now. Better camera to do vlogs on. But in the process, I still have my iPhone 16 Pro Max. And here's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be converting this as a burner phone. So what I'm going to do
Goodness.
is I'm going to call Domino's. And I'm going to have a pizza sent to her house. And I'm going to tell the guy the driver will be paid cash at the door. Yes,
Just
cash
petty.
at the door. So
Yes, so there was like another voice. I don't know if you guys caught it, but there was another voice that kind of just hummed, like not hummed, but he was just like, because that's the friend. The friend, like his friend is on stream with him, like in a call.
Fula, or my dad wants to call you Falula. Don't fool me. Stupid name. You should not have accused me of sending porn.
Oh, okay. So that's what she accused him of, like sending her corn, or.
And you should not have
okay.
dragged me into creating a police report. So
So it was pretty.
Fula?
Oh, so it was pretty serious. See, like I wasn't sure like what the beef between them was, but yeah, like apparently there was, well, I mean, according to him, there was a police report. So it must have been pretty serious.
You made a bad decision making a
Yeah, it
bad
was pretty
name
serious then.
of myself. You made a bad decision having this girl return to that store without me being there. I think
he was
you're
suspended
hungry. We're
from
gonna send you a
school?
pizza. Okay? I'm getting this set up.
Yeah, apparently so. Apparently it was like that
use my
serious.
burner.
I'm surprised.
We're gonna call in a pizza. I'm gonna use a VPN so I don't get tracked.
Order like 5.
You sure?
Huh?
I don't know if I want to order 5. That would raise some suspicion.
Now you hear him say that he has a vengeance against Maria.
See, so he is on, right, like he's talking to someone because he's with the friend on live stream, I guess. I don't know if the friend is sitting, I don't know if the friend is sitting there or he's like in a call. Because he kind of is looking off screen. Right. Well, I don't
5
know.
days later, Maria was killed
Yeah.
by the person driving.
So
that
this was 24th and then 29th. Maria and Isabella were killed.
black Jeep Compass, according to police. Her friend also killed as they were riding together home from that school function on e-bikes. Now, before we get back to this episode of On the Case, I need to talk about something important because in covering true crime,
Right, okay.
we see a lot of stories that
Okay, we're gonna skip maybe. I guess like okay, there's, all right, I kind of wanted to skip to the, so this is sponsorship, their sponsorship, not mine, not sponsored.
Now here is a stream
Not sponsored by, in my channel.
from 2 months ago where Badaloro is talking about Maria once again as he is playing this baseball video game streamed live on YouTube.
And she's getting her whole team to gang up on me. If I saw her in real life, she would be scared to even see my face, okay? And I only say that because somehow, some way, you know, I guess the brother of her got the report and said pull up to the house. When I said I would, the brother got all scared and backed out like a scaredy cat. He's dumb. Okay, he went back. He got all scared and backed out and said, I really don't want to fight. And then the girl in the body cam said, I don't expect you to realize how scared I am because he threatened to hurt me. So the brother said, come to the house. It's not worth my time.
So it was pretty serious between them.
Says he has body cam.
So it was pretty serious, right? Like, oh, at least, you know, well, the brother was, well, I mean, Maria's brother was aware of the situation, and he was also, well, talking to Vincent, I guess.
Camera video of an incident from police that
So not sponsored by fear, just pure fear. You are not making a good case for yourself, my man. Like, he is really making this, like, later a lawyer is gonna talk about it, like, is gonna comment on this situation, but he will say that Vincent did not make the right decision by live streaming this and mentioning the case, even mentioning the case. Like, he shouldn't have done that. That's it. It looks pretty bad, and you know, for him. All right.
put on his Instagram, and he told people to go to his now deleted profile for, quote, exclusive content. We are working on getting that body cam video for ourselves if it does exist. Now, when Maria was...
Wait. What was the body cam again? Oh, okay. So come to the house. Okay.
It's not worth my time.
Badaloro says he has body camera video of an incident from police that he put on his Instagram, and he told people to go to his now deleted profile for, quote, exclusive content.
Oh, so he's claiming that he does have, there's a body cam footage from, I guess, the incident between either him and Maria or him and Maria's brother. Like, that's what I understand from this. Like, oh, because the brother threatened him, I guess Vincent said, like, maybe they called police and there is some kind of body cam footage, but so far I didn't see any body cam footage, and Law and Crime also didn't find it for now. So I guess I'll just wait and keep an eye out for any updates on that.
We are working on getting that body cam video for ourselves if it does exist. Now, when Maria was killed, her uncle... Okay,
my beautiful young 17-year-old niece was killed. Everybody knows and everybody sees for many months. The killer followed her to the house for many months. Everybody knows that in a neighborhood. My niece was a high school student. Be followed by somebody from that school. Okay, she was followed by somebody but from that school every day and harassing her. My family notified the police department many times about this situation, which is they never did anything. I guess why is it that they never did anything about my niece? Is being killed, I guess, why? I'm having a hard time understanding. Is being killed. We have no protection, none, even from the police, none even from the law. My beautiful niece Maria, my heart is broken. I am so sick about this situation. You're lost by somebody, like some psychopath. Rest in peace. So I guess it's her uncle.
On social media and called the killer a psychopath. He writes in part, quote, my beautiful young 17-year-old niece was killed. He said the suspect had followed her to her house for months. He allegedly harassed her. They say they notified the police many times. The uncle called the suspect a psychopath in this post and said that he hopes the law now does its job. Now, apparently on the internet, To
Let's
the
see.
people who follow Vincent Bataloro on his baseball YouTube live stream account, it was no secret that people believed that he had something to do with what happened to Maria and Isabella. What I'm about
Like,
to
he
show
was
you
very...
is after.
Oh,
the
this is
ele-
this is the stream after. Like, it was just very clear, and he kept talking about either her right before the murders. So he was talking about like having beef with her, and then after the murders, he immediately talks about it too. Like, he's just like, oh, I'm not gonna share details at this moment, at this time, but I'll tell you guys more later when I can.
Alleged murders of this girl, and it's a stream that he did from his home, and where the comments start coming in
Oh yeah,
accusing him of this crime. Here he is.
the chat, his chat went insane. They were just like calling him, you know, like a killer, and he's just like, oh well, you guys, I'm gonna ban you because I don't like a mood killer, you know, like, don't, you know, he said something about like, oh, my streams are like chill atmosphere, we're not gonna do this, and people are like, yo, you are a killer, like, you killed them, the heck.
Reacting to a comment that says, quote,
Yeah.
bro, you killed my best friend.
I don't need negativity in this
Oh,
stream.
negativity.
So
I don't need negativity.
everybody's getting timed out.
Yeah, can we start? Everybody's getting timed out because, yeah, I don't need negativity in my stream when I'm talking about the murder I committed. Like, be for real. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Then people start calling him a killer.
I'm thinking maybe another way to begin the stream.
He then turns off the comments and allegedly makes a statement.
So I
about
guess he
what
turned off the
happened to
chat,
Maria
not
and
comments.
Isabella, as he
Maybe?
is about to stream a video game.
But I need to explain some things that have happened over the past few days. And I'm not going to talk much about it. But in a neighboring
He looks like he streams on Kick. Maybe, I don't know. Well, I mean, he had a YouTube channel, so I know that, yeah, like, this was on YouTube. But he does behave and look like he could be a Kick streamer.
town, unfortunately, 2 girls were killed in a hit-and-run crash. Now, there has been a...
I love how he talks about it. I mean, well, I guess he doesn't want to incriminate himself, but like, oh, 2 girls were killed in a hit and run crash. Yeah, your car. You.
lot of misinformation going on over the internet. But I will say this.
He could be a Kick streamer, yeah.
I wish my sincerest condolences to those 2 girls lost in that tragic accident. Okay? It is an absolute unfortunate situation.
Like, who
And
is
there's
this
more
guy?
to the story that you're not getting.
Jesus Christ.
But when the time comes, I will explain it in greater detail. I'm not authorized to talk about the whole thing. I'm not going to give you any more information, but I will say this, okay? Making threats against my family will not be tolerated. My cousin has received hateful messages over social media
Oh no.
about this whole spiel, and he's had to unfollow me on
The
everything.
whole spiel that you caused. You caused this. You did this. Like, what did you expect? Like, what? How did you expect this to go? Because, who the fuck knows? Well, I mean, you know, who the fuck knows how a psycho's brain works?
Because of this whole drama. Why
He
are you
literally
guys
did
getting
this
him?
himself.
It's one thing, okay. If you hate me, you hate me. If you don't, you don't. You're opening up Pandora's box, getting family involved. And that just does not sit right with me. So I figured I'd make a statement about what happened, and I want to address something else, okay? Because this is a very serious incident that happened. And I really don't even know if I should be streaming this right now, but
no, but yeah.
I
Good thing that he did, because that's just more evidence.
I built a great following on TikTok with 39,000 followers.
No, it's pretty decent. That is pretty decent, actually.
2020. And I want to thank each and every single one of you. I love you all to absolute death.
Not a great expression.
Regardless of what happens, if you don't see me streaming for a little bit, you'll understand why. But this will be in the hands of Jesus. Everything will be okay.
We're mentioning Jesus. Of course we are. Of course we mention Jesus. Love it. I love it when they do. It's exactly, yeah. Wait, I'm just kind of, oh, okay.
And I plan to keep continuing playing co-op with my best friend, Evan.
Yeah, I think the best friend is right there.
And I want to thank him for that.
Or in a call.
My loyal friend playing co-op with me,
I don't know if he's there.
Right,
I'm not sure if the friend is there or he's like just in a call, like because Vincent keeps like looking kind of to the side, right? Like he keeps looking like to the side, like just keeps turning his head, and I don't know. But maybe the friend was in a call.
So there's more to the story, but again, I'm not
possibly video call maybe.
And I want to thank each and every single one of you guys that have stuck by me through this whole thing. And I want to address one more thing, okay? I really think there needs to be more done to address mental health in this state. Because, I don't even know how to explain.
Oh, and mental health card. Here it goes. Here we are. Of course we have mental health card because mental health is not addressed enough, which is true. Yes, but at the same time, not in your case. No. Like you can't. No. It's just everything. He's just throwing everything. Like whatever sticks, he's just like, yeah, let me just try. Let me just try throwing everything, just like, and see what sticks.
Like this, dude. I've been bullied, ridiculed.
Oh, and we are bullied.
False allegations, okay?
We are bullied, we are ridiculed, and we have mental health problems. Yeah.
Over this whole thing about things that have happened in the past. There's more to this story. It'll come out in the future. Okay? And I'm going to let you all know this right now. I don't plan to go anywhere anytime soon regarding streaming. But again...
Oh, you are mistaken.
If I do end up taking a hiatus, I'm telling you guys why. So, I really think New Jersey needs to do a better job addressing this mental health crisis because I've been through way too much. I'm a nice kid. I'm 17 years old with a good family by my side.
I'm sure you're a nice kid who murdered too. Also, Dorothy, thank you so much. Throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks. No, yeah, like everything. And he's such a nice kid. Because he's a nice kid. I just like to ram my SUV into people I don't like. And innocent bystanders too, by the way. Yeah, that's sure. Hi.
And these allegations
They're there.
That have been ruining everything is a shame. But again, I'm going to leave it at that. I really think you all should be allowed.
I wonder, you know what, like, I'm just gonna pause for a moment. I do wonder where the other case, right, like the police report about SA or SH went, you know, because I didn't see that much information about that, you know, like I did see maybe, like, I forgot that it was that. I thought they had other beef, so some articles were just mentioning that he was obsessed with her, but they didn't mention how, like, they didn't mention why, what came out of the, like, what went down between them. So yeah, I do wonder if that was what he's saying is true. I wonder if, you know, because yeah, like, I don't know where that case went, so I wonder if it was true. I wonder if it was like a false allegation or if it was true. But I'm sorry to say this, from his behavior afterwards, I am inclined to think, like, I kind of lean more towards, hey, you probably were a bit of a creep, and what you did was wrong, and how you took your revenge on Maria was very wrong. So yeah, like, I'm kind of leaning towards, like, he probably did something, but I don't know. I haven't seen a full case report. I haven't seen any details about that particular part of the case.
Nicer to each other. If anything happens, I'm going to give you all some.
Oh, so you were nice to Maria. You were nicer to Maria by, you know, just driving your Jeep into her and her friend. That's being nicer to each other. Okay, I wanna
be a lot nicer to each other. If anything.
Yeah, I really think you all should be a lot nicer to each other. That's not very nice. That's not very... Running over people, killing them with your Jeep. It's not very nice.
Happens.
Jesus,
I'm gonna give
thank
you
you.
all some advice. All right?
I don't think I want to get advice from you.
Ridiculed in school about, you know, stuff that people hate you, I would tell your counselor immediately. And
I mean, good advice. It's just maybe not from the right person, but, you know, that's not a bad advice. It's just kind of weird hearing it from him.
Before this gets out of hand, you got to address all these things, because I'll tell you what.
So Swordsman says, let's assume maybe these conditions he's mentioned were the cause for what happened. That doesn't excuse him for murder. If anything, it is actually worse. Yeah, I agree. Like, yes, it's horrible. And there's been cases, absolutely, like, I know that there's been cases of false allegations. And especially it is detrimental when it's like SA, like, to a person's reputation. Absolutely, yeah. But does that mean you are entitled to hurting someone in return or killing someone in return? No. Like, you have absolutely the right to sue them, to countersue, to sue for defamation, you know, like, take it to the court. But taking matters into your own hands to this drastic degree is wrong. It's wrong. Like, you're gonna end up in prison. Like, how does that work out for you? Like, think about it. I don't know. Like, how is that gonna make your life better if you, in retaliation, kill someone because they accuse you falsely of SA? Like, isn't that gonna make things worse for you and not for this person? Well, for this person, the person is gonna die. Yeah. So you took your revenge, but you're gonna be found out. Like, you're gonna be found out. You're gonna be caught and arrested, and depending on your country, on your or your state, you might be put in prison for life, or you might be, well, I mean, life for a long time, or worse, because unfortunately the law is not the same everywhere, so you might lose your life too. He's probably saying it to make himself look harmless. Oh, absolutely. Like, I mean, I know. He's just playing.
The amount of bullying that I've been...
Now, also, Broken Zero, thank you so much for being a member. Hey! One hyena plushie for me, please. Got it. Got it. Okay, okay. I'll add a hyena. Thank you so much.
In the past has been absolutely absurd. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. The state is not doing a right job addressing this mental health crisis. And I hope Shitterelli can fix this shit. Okay? So, that is all I'm going to say about this whole thing. I'm not going to talk about it anymore on the advice of loved ones and others. We're going to play co-op.
Evan be like, don't get me involved. I don't want to be involved. I love how he pointed kind of like, oh, loved ones. So, you know, Evan sitting next to me and Evan just be like, no, no, no. Sorry, I have to like fix my headphones. But yeah, Evan there be like, just like, don't get me involved. Don't get me involved.
With Evan. And we're only going to do one game.
No co-op. Kind of ruined for Evan. No, for real. So real. Oh my god. This ain't my fight, bro. You're on your own. She's like, bro, stop it.
To do one game. And...
like, bro, no.
Depending upon the next steps, I'll probably be live tomorrow, because here's the thing. I was originally going to start a school today, but with all this hoorah happening...
Oh, hoorah. You mean double murder?
So, I plan to be live tomorrow. I don't know about Evan, but again, you're going to be seeing more lives coming in the future, and I will address this whole thing.
I know, right? Like, Bus Muffin said, smacks forehead. Bro, why are you streaming this? Yeah, I mean, you know, F for Evan, unfortunately, but damn, Evan be like, bro, why are we streaming this? Why are you talking about this? And also at least don't say that I'm here.
Hopefully in the next coming days. So,
goodness.
Evan, if you want to say anything, you are more than welcome to.
He then goes back to playing.
I'm sorry, I could only imagine just Evan sitting there be like, just no. It's like, I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to say nothing. I am not here. I'm not here. And skull. Oh god.
A video game. Now, you just hear in his voice, at least to me, this comes off as someone who thinks they are in control. You heard him making accusations about bullying. We'll see how this case progresses forward and whether that becomes a factor in the defense. But if what he is accused of is true, the fact that he went on social media talking freely about this case in many ways while playing a video game, if all of that is true and he is guilty of what he's...
Everyone be like, I am never live streaming. I'm never playing games anymore. Co-op games. Fuck that. No games that connect to the internet. I'm just gonna play solo.
Accused of. That is incredibly
it's like called out.
The suspect in this case...
It's like, I love how he said, Evan, do you want to say anything? And Evan be like, what am I supposed to say to this, dude? Like, I don't want to. Yeah, Evan just went quiet.
Is facing 2 counts of first-degree murder. Now, in the wake of his arrest,
that's
the police chief in the neighboring town, whose last name is Battelloro, released a statement on the town of Westfield's official Facebook page.
I think because a lot of people also thought that Vincent is his son. Like, I think there were rumors that Vincent is his son, but he's not. He's just like nephew, cousin, whatever, right? Like, he's family member, but related to the chief, but he's not his son. So the chief did release a statement.
It reads in part, quote, while social media has made...
Wait, so I'm gonna just read it from the beginning. So it says, statement of Westfield Police Chief Christopher Battelloro and family. Like many of you, I am shocked, stunned, and so overwhelmingly distressed beyond belief by the horrific loss of 2 young ladies which occurred in the township of Cranford on Monday night. Not only did my police officers and I urgently respond to this incident to aid our law enforcement partners in Cranford, but I reside in the very neighborhood where it occurred. While social media has made it known that the accused is related to me, he is not my son and not a member of my immediate family. So that's why I said like, oh, it's probably like nephew twice removed or whatever. I want to be clear, as loud and as firm as possible, that in no way do my wife, children, or I condone, defend, or excuse the actions that caused this terrible and tragic loss of life. Okay.
I condone, defend, or excuse the actions that caused this terrible and tragic loss of life. He said that he remained silent over the past couple of days until charges were filed against the suspect, who he does not name in this post. Now, it's hard to imagine what these families are going through. The phone call that...
Yeah, this was, I believe he does say, like, talk about it, but this was a picture posted by Maria's mom. And was it Maria? Wait.
They received the night that these 2 girls were killed. This is a picture that was posted by Isabella's family.
Oh, Isabella. Okay, yeah, like, so that's Isabella, sorry. The other one is Maria. But yeah, it was posted by Isabella's family, and she was like learning how to you know, for a driving license test, and yeah.
Their daughter behind the wheel, learning to drive, with the caption by her mom that reads, quote, "A moment like this." Maria's obituary says that she was born in Greece. She moved to the U.S. with her family, and after high school, she wanted to start a career in cosmetology. There is a GoFundMe for these girls that at this time has raised more than $145,000.
Oh, this is the lawyer. Okay. There's gonna be a lawyer.
Now to break this one down is retired NYPD detective David.
Oh, detective.
Sarney.
Sorry, not lawyer. Jesus, I forgot. It was, yeah, detective.
Always great to have you on Law and Crime.
NYPD.
These YouTube videos, these streams that the suspect allegedly did at. We'll start with the ones after these 2 young women were killed. Clearly, if all of this is true, investigation, what role will these live streams play?
The live streams.
Again, well, thank you for having me. Again, you're going to look at this as a time frame. He's putting himself kind of in the position of where this incident took place, which is beneficial, and he's laying out an alleged alibi. So that's a benefit for police, because if you haven't had a chance to speak to him, you now have some more information about what he's saying.
Yeah, like
he's saying this.
Goodness, you know how I watched, like a while ago, I did watch some police body cam footage or police station like interview footage of people actually making use of their rights and like not saying anything or just asking for a lawyer and just shutting the fuck up, and it actually helped their case. Yeah. So, you know, if you ever find yourself, hopefully you will never find yourself in this kind of situation, but if you do, make sure to think if shutting the fuck up is right for you, because it probably is. You know, if you have the right to remain silent, shut the fuck up. Sometimes you need to. It's ultimately, I have to say, like, even if you think that it's gonna make you look suspicious because you're not talking to the police, yeah, it can actually save your ass. So
There's more to it. So it's beneficial. It's important because you're going to utilize that in the trial when there's a trial for this.
Yeah,
case.
because it's a public live stream. He streamed publicly. Like, if this was a video on his phone, they have to get a warrant to search his phone, his electronics, for a private video, right? Because it's a private electronic device, private video. No, this is a public live stream on YouTube. They don't need a subpoena. They don't need a warrant to get this live stream offline and like presented, like submitted into evidence. They can submit it. Well, I mean, you know, whether or not it's going to be accepted, that's another thing. But yeah. Yeah, if it was a private video, that would be a different story, right? Like, there's legalities because it's a private property and private picture, private video. So you have to get a warrant. You have to get, like, you know, get it admitted to evidence and accepted. He has the right to silence, just not the ability. Seriously. Also, Dorothy, thank you so much. Oh God.
He's putting himself involved, even though he's saying he's not. He doesn't say anything about the involvement. He does kind of involve himself by his quasi statements.
Right, because he doesn't straight up say
Yeah, he
that
did.
he, you know, he certainly doesn't deny when people on this live stream are calling him out for it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he does not go over the line and say
Okay,
that he
let's
actually
see.
did it, kind of leaves it very vague. In cases like this, because of
Right,
shooting
let's
some prove
skip
in
this.
cases like this that it actually was.
The claims of knowledge of him to the family, they know him.
Wait. I want
Act
to see.
to hit these
Right.
two young women.
Well, he's the claims of knowledge of him to the family. They know him. They know of him. They saying they stalked him for months. Now, if there are reports based on harassment on the family, and I believe there are,
It's
and
crazy.
apparently neighbors said they saw him parked in front of their house, in front of this girl's house.
Yeah, I
time and
talked
time
about
again
it.
for months, apparently. So
Yeah, I
that's
talked about it. It was just like, I believe it was months before. Like, yeah, for months and months on end, he was just kind of stalking her.
that is another.
And
part of
there
that
are
investigation,
witnesses.
another part of the piece to that puzzle. So the intention is, the speed limit apparently is 15 to 25 miles an hour. He
Yeah,
struck
so
70 miles an hour.
70.
I mean,
70 in a 15 to 25 zone. It's crazy. Like, it's intention.
they're looking at 70 miles an hour. This is where the accident. I mean, this is. You look at the street. You can't say it's an accident. You can't say
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
not.
mistake. I mean, that's the thing about it, which is beneficial because I always beneficial, but it's an assistance to that investigation. You want to
See
make
if
sure
there's
that
like
you have everything.
another. I wanted to see if there's like another clip.
More to this story than what it is, and whatever that to get to them too. So regardless.
As you hear in one of the videos, he's kind of, the defense would be, I was bullied at school. And like, there's no doubt bullying's a big issue.
Okay, so
and-
this is-
and even
yeah.
if he was bullied,
Okay.
you still have you still get
Yeah, even if you are bullied, like, is that a reason to murder someone? Tell someone. Like, tell someone. Yes, tell someone. Yeah, like, change schools, tell someone, sue, report to the police. I know that it doesn't always work. I know that it's a tedious process. And it's maybe easier to just ram your car into someone. Please don't do that because that's a crime and you're gonna just ruin your life. Like, is that gonna make your life better? No. You're just gonna end up in prison. You're not gonna get away with this. But yeah.
to the point where he would allegedly be behind the wheel of a vehicle targeting two people on e-bikes. One girl,
It's
he didn't
not a
even know,
defense for
apparently. It was
crime.
all about the one girl he allegedly had
Like,
stalked, according to
I mean, it would be defense for a crime if, the bully attacked him and wanted to kill him. Then it's self-defense. And he's just like, okay, well, I defended myself because this person bullied me for months on end. And then they attacked me physically and I had to defend myself. So, and it resulted with the bully's death. That's a different scenario. If there's proof of that, there's evidence and that's the truth. Obviously, like, you defended yourself. It was circumstances were very different. This is not that kind of story. This is not that case.
what everything's been reported at this point. Even if that's the case, say it was a horrific case.
Oh yeah, okay.
Of bullying at school,
Yeah.
and there's something we don't know, and something happened at school. Would any of that impact the case we're talking about?
Not
which
really.
is he's behind the wheel of a car, allegedly deliberately.
Even the
going after
detective
people.
already shakes his head. Like, not really, because the bullying wasn't like it just
hitting them
so
at 70
far.
miles
No.
per hour. And I think it's
It wasn't
35 miles per
self-defense,
hour was
so-
the speed limit on that road.
Yeah, you have to look at it this way, and there's no excuse. I was a teacher for years. There's no excuse, regardless of how much bullying it is, to actually. And this is the reality of it. There's information that he was parking the vehicle. They was back and forth. He's on.
Yeah, so actually, like, I'm just gonna pause here, but the detective actually later says that there's a difference because Vincent was responding to the bullying. So he wasn't just receiving the bullying. right? Like, okay, let's say he was being bullied, right? But he's not just receiving it and like, you know, he's not the victim here. He is responding with bullying. So it's like, okay, well, you guys both are participating in this. Like, then you have no defense. And ultimately, you are the one who killed someone. So there's that. Okay, let's pause here. You know, what has to happen now is if the county prosecutor decides to seek a juvenile to adult transfer, because so far I think because he's 17, you know, they will need to justify the transfer by showing the seriousness and premeditation. So far there are signs that it was premeditated, or at least, you know, there are signs that, hey, this was vengeance, you know. So yeah, the prosecution will have to show the seriousness, premeditation, like the premeditated nature of the crime, and the defendant's criminal history, and, you know, the community danger, like that he's a danger to society. And in court, prosecutors likely will use, you know, witness statements, vehicle speed analysis. So the fact that he was speeding, he was driving 70 in a 25 zone. Then obviously physical evidence, like tying the car to the crash. Then live streams are automatically, because they were public, they are automatically evidence. Like they are, you know, admissive in court. Fuck, I forgot the word. Yeah, he's 17. All of them were 17. So yeah, like that's the prosecution stand. You know, they have quite a bit of evidence, including those public videos, public live streams. And then the defense, you know, his defense will likely push back. And I assume that he's not poor, because like I saw that he has iPhone 16 and iPhone 17, the newest one. So I assume his family isn't impoverished. Like there's you know, iPhone 17 Pro Max, whatever, like isn't that the newest iPhone? That's literally however many thousands of dollars. So yeah, the defense will likely push back. They will likely kind of lean into the fact that the accident was an accident. It was not intentional. This wasn't targeted. This wasn't premeditated. It was just recklessness. They will likely lean into the mental health card a lot, into the bullying card a lot. You know, they will likely admissive. Okay, so I was right. The word was right. But yeah, they will likely use that, you know, his live streams as like, oh, look at this. You know, he was talking about bullying. He was talking about being bullied and, you know, having mental health problems and whatnot. But, you know, beyond the court, I think beyond the court, like this case just raises bigger issues, you know, how seriously are stalking reports taken in schools? Because this was reported. It was being reported by Maria's family that she was being stalked by this guy. No one did anything. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I was kind of reading through articles, but I don't think there was any report from his side about bullying. So there were definitely reports from her side about, you know, like about the stalking. There was a report about the SA or SH, supposedly. I don't know where that went. So I guess we're gonna see in the whole scope, like in the entire trial, the main trial, maybe. But yeah, it's I'm interested to see how this case unravels, how the trial is gonna kind of roll out, how they're gonna, like, how the police and prosecution and, you know, defense, how they're gonna treat the live streams, like if that's gonna you know, in the end be accepted into evidence, and how is that going to be, whether or not those live streams were incriminating. I did want to show you guys the clip where he's like laughing. I think he was like,
70 miles per hour. That's how.
No, wait, Vincent. Wait, okay. I'm gonna. I'm gonna check if I can, because there was this one clip that I wanted to show you guys and it was like pretty freaking scary. Let me check. Let me check. I had like a... Oh, this is the one. Yeah. Yeah, so he's like... There was this one clip. I just didn't have it anywhere, but I think... Is it?
This?
Yeah, so this is from... I guess from the live stream itself. Let me see. Let me see if I can add... Because I do have his live stream, so maybe I can find it, but the live stream was pretty like... Okay, let me see. Yeah, like at one point he starts like maniacally laughing. But this is... It's pretty fucking what... Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Okay, let me see if I can... Because this is the full live stream, I guess. Like it's... Yeah, 20 minutes. Okay. Is that the one? Okay, so that's... I just wanted to see if I have the clip. Or maybe it was like different live stream and that one is not... Oh, wait. No, this is still with glasses. Yeah, maybe not. That's not the one. Yeah, that's not the clip. See, I couldn't find that clip, but I just had... Yeah, I just had that clip from this one video and it's like just... Yeah, kind of deranged laughter. Okay. That laugh might have happened during that co-op game. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, like I was just seeing this clip everywhere and I'm like, but this one like a little snippet, I'm like, okay, I want the full clip. I wanted to see what the context was here, but I guess, yeah. Bro really thinks that he's Light Yagami. No, seriously, like I don't even fucking know. Like what are you, like Kira? Okay, you guys. This is what we know so far about this case. I'm gonna be keeping an eye out on the legal proceedings, like how it's gonna turn out, how it's gonna, you know, how the trial's gonna go. I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. Like maybe some hearings, like soon, but probably not the final sentence. There's probably gonna be quite a bit of waiting, but we'll see. And that's pretty much it for today. You guys, thank you so much for sitting through this case with me, for watching the video and just discussing this story because it's absolutely insane. I do hope that the prosecution is gonna do a good job with collecting and presenting the evidence. Well, so far it looks like it's a pretty clean-cut case because of the live streams, because of his car, the circumstances. Like it looks like that, but you never know. I'm kind of worried about any, you know, technicalities, you know, legal technicalities that just are gonna just, you know, get in the way, because you never really know, and I'm slightly worried about that. But hopefully they're gonna play it out, like play their hand well. Okay, in the meantime, I'm adding like 10 plushies to this collection. Jesus is gonna crash my stream. Why? Dude, we have 87. Do you guys realize that we have 87 plushies in here? Like we have 87. Like I have to add 10, which means 97. That's insane. Okay, one hyena. We have a hyena. Wait, okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Let me add another horned lizard. Wait, maybe not here. Oh. I want to add it here. There's like a space. There's space here. Nice. Okay, 90. Let's do a koala. Oh my god, the koala is so precious. Oh my god, why is the koala so cute? Oh, it's so cute. What is kookaburra? What the? Oh, it's a bird. Jesus. was like, what is a kookaburra? Hey, there's a platypus. I didn't know they had a platypus. Cute. Oh my god. Some of them are adorable. All right, we have 92. So we have to have... We have a possum. All right, possum is cute too. Damn. Okay, we have 93. Quokka! Yes. Okay, Quokka looks weird, but the rest of them are cute. 95. We have Tasmanian Devil. That's pretty cute. Jesus, so many of them. A wombat. A wombat is cute. And 97. Oh, there was a bat? What the heck? Oh, the bat is so cute. Oh, what the heck? Okay, the bat is gonna be at the front. Let me just put it... Oh, maybe... Let me put it here. Like, between. Okay. Alright. Here we go. So I should build an army of emus. That's gonna be November. November. Let's do an army of emus in November. Let me just remember this. Let me write it down. Emus in November. Emus in November. Emo November. Nice. You guys, thank you so much for all the super chats this month and all the memberships this month. We are getting closer to Halloween. I'm gonna plan something spooky for next week. I guess Halloween is on Friday, so I'll just stream earlier. Like I'm gonna stream like YouTube stream on Friday, and then maybe like Patreon stream, like another Patreon stream on like sometime earlier this week or something. Can you put a fedora on the platypus? I'll try. I'll try. Wait. Let me see if I can. I don't know if. Oh Jesus Christ! What the heck? Wait, let me see if I can put a fedora on. Jesus. Also, Lance, thank you so much. Happy birthday to me tomorrow. Happy birthday. Wait, let me add like another plushie here. It's a cobra. Oh, wait. Okay, it's a cobra. And I'm gonna try to add... Where's the platypus? Oh, okay, 92 is platypus. Let me try to add a... See if... Fedora? No, not ferret. Hat? Hat. No. I don't think I have a fedora. I'm so sorry. I don't think I have a fedora, unfortunately. Microphone. Is there like fedora? There's a flower, there's a heart. No. Wait, let me see if I can, if there is, maybe I can, fedora? Is there a fedora? No, or hat? Can I, oh, wait, maybe, perhaps. I might be able, wait, I might be able to. I wonder if, let me see if it's gonna show up, because I don't know if this is... Okay, let's see. Let me see if that's gonna show up on the... Okay, let's see. No. Yeah, it's not gonna show up here. Yeah, it's kind of like... Yeah, there's no hat, sorry. I'll just add another plushie. In that case, I'll add a panda. Panda added. Sorry. Yeah, like I would have to... Because it's a little bit tricky, you know, like... because I have Waterdo Pro and I'm using like Nilotune shading and everything, you know, some of the props are not transferred to this version. Like some of the props don't really work in this version, so unfortunately. You guys, thank you so much for today. Again, thank you so much for all the super chats, all the memberships, and for sitting through the stream with me. I'll see you guys next week. I'm gonna be posting some shorts, you know, like there's gonna be more silly shorts, true crime shorts for sure. And for sure, definitely some shorts, definitely some TikToks. I will be also back on my art account. I might be able to start streaming. Well, I mean, I'm planning to start streaming in like November. So there's that, like, you know, art stuff. There will be a new artwork for Patreon, for all of my Patreon members. So this time from, you know, the lowest tier to the highest, there's gonna be a Halloween artwork for you guys. So I'll be able, like, I'm gonna make sure to post it sometime today or tomorrow. But yeah, thank you so much for today. Stay safe out there. Always lock your doors and windows. Bear your haxes until the next time. Bye.